everybody, we're back in the kitchen. What I got for you guys today is a little muscle pizza. Now, I'm going to show you guys the whole way to do it, putting it in the oven, take it out, show you guys what's up. But we're going to go through the first part of this is the cooking part, what we're going to cook, what we're going to put on there as far as our meats and stuff. Then we'll get into the vegetables and prepping the pizza, and then we'll throw it in the oven. But first you got to cook. What do we have? We have chicken here and we have some ground beef. Now we're going to cook those separately over on the stove top. We're going to season them. I'm going to show you guys all that kind of stuff. Then we're going to get into the whole prepping the pizza, all the vegetables and stuff that we got for it. So we'll get right into it. First of all, we're going to chop up our chicken, and we don't really need to chop up our ground beef, but we'll show you guys exactly what we're going to put on there. So let's go ahead and chop up that chicken breast. You only need one. You know, it depends on, I guess, how many pizzas you're going to make. But cut them up real fine. You don't want huge chunks of chicken on your pizza. Alright guys, so we got our chicken all chopped up. Like I said, we don't have to chop up our ground beef. But you got two bowls here, two separate bowls. You're going to take the chicken, put it in one bowl, and the ground beef, put it in another. So, on both of these, the same ingredients are going to go on both. So you're going to put a little bit of olive oil in there, just to make everything stick. A little Montreal's steak seasoning. Some black pepper. Sea salt. And lemon pepper. And then next, just gonna go in there with your hands. If you want to not do that, you want to do it with a spoon, go ahead. It's a lot easier. Just want to drench it on there, get it all on. Alright, now, so we got our chickens all set. Okay, next, ground beef, so same thing, alright? A little bit of olive oil. Black pepper. Montreal steak seasoning. Sea salt, and lemon pepper. So like I said before, get in there with your hands. So what is this? This is basically all our protein for our pizza. We have one chicken breast, and we have about 1.3 or so pounds of ground beef. That's basically going to cover our entire pizza. Alright, so once we have that on there, go ahead and mix them both up. We're going to get ready to cook them. Alright guys, so once we got both of these ground beef and chickens all chopped up, ready to go, we're going to go ahead and throw them on our stove top. So go ahead and do that. Spread them out a little bit. Mix them up. Now we're going to get into, while that's cooking, we're going to get into the whole pizza part, the vegetables and all that kind of stuff. Let's go. Alright guys, so when we got our ground beef and chicken all cooking, you guys want to take out your whole wheat bread, or your dough, your whole wheat dough, okay? So this is an Artisan brand, and it has 30 carbohydrates and only 3 grams of sugar in this whole thing. So that's great. You're not having that white dough that has all those sugars and stuff. So first things first, we got our mozzarella sauce, which really isn't that bad, guys. It's only got, 8 grams of sugar, 13 carbs in it. We're not going to use that much. So you're just going to cover, I guess it's all just your preference. You're just going to spread it first thing all over your pizza dough. So I don't like to use too much, but it's all just your preference. A little more. The next thing you guys are gonna get is your spinach. You're just gonna lay the leaves. Like I said before, this is the way I make it. I use only one chicken breast. I only use a pound or so of the ground beef. So, like I said, it's really up to you how much you're gonna use. Basically, I just take out a couple at a time and I just lay them across on here. Plus, the spinach has 2 grams of protein and 3 ounces of this stuff. No fat, no sugar, only 3 carbs. The complex carbs are not simple sugars. So like I said, there's really not going to be any sugar in here. It's great for when you guys are, hanging out, watching the game or something like that. So I'll put that on there. Next, I got broccoli. Again, it's up to you. You don't have to. I just take them right off the top and put them on there. I don't chop them up, but if you guys have like huge heads of broccoli, you might not want to do that. So just rip them off, put it on there. That was big, but just rip them off. Broccoli, great fiber. Again, not any sugar or fats. Good vitamins and minerals. So next, mushrooms. Again, I just take the stem right out of it. Just take the stem out, and then I just rip them apart. Smaller pieces, throwing them everywhere. Again, you want to make sure that you guys aren't cooking your ground beef, and make sure you keep an eye on it. Like I said, I just go by, I don't say, oh, I got this many mushrooms that I'm chopping up. I'm not that kind of person. I just kind of rip them off. And whatever looks good, looks good. So this is probably the last one. So really, guys, you don't have to do, if you just want to have this almost like a veggie pizza, just throw a lot more vegetables on there. You don't have to do any of the beef if you don't want. Next, I got these tomatoes. Don't cut yourself doing this, but spreading out everywhere. Chop them up on the table. So chop them up wherever you want. I'm doing it right on the table here. Again, I'm not a huge tomato fan, but I mean, the vitamins and minerals that you're going to get from these tomatoes, really all of this. The mushrooms, I know a lot of people that aren't big mushroom fans are like, oh, how can you put that on there? So I don't do it for the taste, man. There's a lot of great vitamins and minerals in there. Plus, honestly, you're not going to taste too much of these vegetables when you got that great ground beef and chicken going on in there. So that's that for prepping it. Now, once our chicken and beef are done, I'll show you guys that we're just gonna spread them all on here, and I'll show you guys that once it's done. So we're gonna wait for that. This is a good time. Make sure that your oven is preheated 400 degrees. So right when we can spread all this chicken and beef on there, we can throw it right in the oven. Alright, so this basically cooked. You just want to make sure with the ground beef that, you know, when you threw it on here, it was probably all stuck together pretty much. So make sure when you're going back and checking it that it is all chopped up, and because you're not going to want any chunks of ground beef in your pizza. So make sure this is all chopped up. Make sure that your chicken isn't stuck together. I know that gets stuck together, you know, pretty relatively easy. So make sure everything's, you know, loose. Make sure it's not stuck. And then we're about to take it, throw it in the strainer. Make sure that, you know, you get all the olive oil off of it so it's not soaking our pizza. So make sure you just got all that off of there. Alright guys, so like I said before, you can either take all this out and throw it in a strainer and then put it in a bowl, or you guys can just bring them over to your pizza, bring your pizzas over to it, and then get a spoon that has some holes in it so you guys can drain all the olive oil out. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put all this on there. First, we're going to take some of the ground beef, knock all that olive oil off, put it wherever you want. And again, guys, you don't need to put all of it on there. Put whatever, how much you want. Like I said, I get about a little over a pound of ground beef, and I put about most of it on. But it's up to you, whatever you want. So ground beef on there, then the chicken, which is my favorite part. So all that on there, it's loaded with protein. But last but not least, gotta grab it. We got our shredded mozzarella cheese that we're gonna put on. Gotta have that. It's gonna hold everything together, help it stick. And then right when you guys are done with this, make sure that your oven's preheated. And it's gonna take about 15-20 minutes. Like I said, I guess it depends on the pizza crust that you guys get, but about 15-20 minutes in the oven, and we're all set to go. So here's the muscle pizza, guys. Take a look. Got our broccoli, got our spinach, got our tomatoes, got our ground beef, our chicken, our mushrooms in there, and our mozzarella cheese on top. So take this in the oven 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, take it out, let it cook, show you guys what's up. 15 minutes has gone by. Show you guys what we got. Ugh. This is our final product, muscle pizza. Pretty good, right? I'll chop it up, show you guys. But what we got in here is a little healthy alternative, you know, to something everybody likes, pizza. So it's a great thing to have. People come over, make a pizza, make a couple of these maybe. You know, you don't have to do the same chicken, ground beef thing that we did here, but it's really good. Give it a try, guys. You got the recipe, rowefitness.com. Check it out. Thanks for watching, everybody.